the monitors for a terminal for your flight gate number. We certainly have enjoyed sharing part of our
Yes.
Ew.
What's
Normally they tell you to move, but there's your girl.
yeah? You know what?
They might have to go in the back
Dad
seat.
has to go in the back seat. There's no way that's going in the trunk.
Trying to look busy because you have to be like actively unloading or loading.
Yeah.
How do you feel to be back in your
Yeah.
car?
It's amazing. It feels like it. Feels like I never left it, but yeah, definitely nice to have it back. I missed this turn.
Well, now I'll have to tell you where to go. Try not to run over any people.
I'll try. People like the goods.
It definitely gets some attention when you drive this car anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am in Georgia again, and this time the weather is magnanimous. Last time I was here, I was sweating profusely because it was 1,000 degrees and like a bajillion percent humidity. But I'm at my buddy Jacob Davis's house, and before we start working on my car, just to change fluids out, check a bunch of different stuff, nut and bolt check. I want to show you guys his car here. So this is his 72 AMC Sportabout Hornet that he calls the Green Hornet. Hi, Jacob.
What's up? I can't actually take credit for the name. That was David Freiberger's doing.
Was it?
Yeah, so I bought this car in 2015 when I flew out for the Roadkill Nation Challenge. If you remember that bonus episode of Roadkill, I was one of those guys. And I drove Freiberger to dinner in it one night, and that's where the name happened. He's like, it's too fancy to just call a Hornet. It's definitely the Hornet. And I'm like, yeah, it's green. So it's like, the Green Hornet. And I don't know if I like the name, but that's what everybody knows it as.
Oh, you can't call it anything else at this point.
I guess.
This thing is too cool. So yeah, 72 AMC Sportabout Hornet. Or is it Hornet Sportabout?
Technically Hornet Sportabout.
Okay,
the Sportabout is like a trim package, like a station wagon thing on these cars, because they made them in a coupe, a sedan, and you know, the Sportabout was their wagon.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, super cool. And you've done a lot of like really rad stuff in this. So
Man.
several cross-country trips. You did the Cannonball Run,
Yeah.
several power tours.
Yeah, so all the stickers on this car is kind of stuff this car has done. So this thing has been coast to coast 6 times. So I did 65,000 miles in this car over about 3.5 years, all over the country. It was on Finnegan's Garage where we put nitrous on the straight 6. Did the C2C Express, which is a Cannonball event, in under 37 hours from New York to LA.
And you said you were almost in like the top 10 bracket ever?
Yeah, if I had been on track before I had a fan come apart and put a hole in the radiator in Flagstaff. Before that, I was on track for 33 hours flat, which would have literally been in like the top 10 cars to have ever done it at that point. But, you know, car broke, so I ended up doing it 36 hours and 53 minutes.
Yeah, so again, for those who don't know, the Cannonball Run is a timed event, just you or whoever is in your car, from New York to Los Angeles in the quickest, not legal, but the quickest time you can do.
Yeah, 2,800 miles as fast as you can do it. I had 64 gallons of gas on board with extra fuel cells. I had a way to add oil to my engine while going down the road, because I only wanted to stop 3 times. So 3 stops all the way from New York to LA. It was wild.
Yeah, that's insane. That
Not my
is.
brightest move, but it was fun.
I was like, how many times did I stop on the way out to Power Tour? Like a lot.
Yeah.
And you only stopped 3 times.
The really crazy thing with this car is when we did the nitrous on it with Finnegan, we learned it does really good nitrous burnouts. So, you know, you put it in second, it won't rev all the way out. But if you hit the nitrous button, it'll go right to rev limiter. And so on Power Tour in 2017, I entered the burnout contest. And this car won the burnout contest on Power Tour with an open diff, 1 tire. And then we were invited down to Hoonigan's place to do a burnout and blow a tire off at their place. I think we're the only open diff car to ever be invited down to Hoonigan's place.
That's amazing.
It was pretty rad. But this car was bought brand new in Los Angeles. The license plate frame still is the dealership it was bought at.
Oh, really?
Walker Brothers AMC. in Los Angeles.
Wow, that's really cool.
And it still has like the AAA stickers and stuff on it. Like it was kind of a little time capsule when I got it. And as you can see, original paint except for the hatch. The hatch has been painted at some point. And then obviously the door that has Bondo in it has been painted. But that's going to be tricky to save. It's
the side pipe is what makes it.
Oh yeah, it's got spider webs all in it. It's looking awfully sad. It's been sitting outside for a couple years, but I'm about to start getting to work on it, and we're going to be putting a Hemi in this thing. So
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the
Gen
back,
3 goodness.
if the door will open. The back seat's still the original seat. You can see the material on it.
Ooh. I like the wood though. See, like that's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, like they didn't care, and they put like actual like wood in cars, dude.
Yeah, and here's what this car is known for: is the 258 AMC Straight 6 that is looking awfully sad right now, but it has direct port injection nitrous fogger system on it. So it's got its own standalone fuel system for the nitrous. See, that's a fuel pump. That's a little fuel tank. And my nitrous solenoids are up here. The bottle's in the back in the old spare tire area. And this thing just worked. And the crazy part is it threw a rod on the way home from California. And I got home and I just did a couple little things and got it running. And it runs on, 4 cylinders that are left working. It still does burnouts.
Still does burnouts on 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
Is that with nitrous or without
With
it?
nitrous. It won't do it without it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like,
yeah.
jeez.
This car has been put through the ringer, and it's looking really sad right now, which is kind of hurting me to look at. But it's okay. We're gonna make it better soon, real soon.
Yeah.
Kind of been focused on building the shop and all that.
Well, yeah. But this thing with a Gen 3 Hemi in it, like I said, I won't reveal like what the build plan for the Hemi is, but it's gonna be real good.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty rowdy. It's gonna probably take me over a year to build it the way I want to, but I got to enjoy it and fall in love with it with its original drivetrain, because it was 258 inline 6 with torque flight 904, and it just worked. Got like a 273 rear gear, and it was like the best highway cruiser. It would sit at 100 all day without even thinking about it and get like 20 miles to the gallon. It was wild.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I love this thing, man. I'd love to see it back on the road. It's a really, really cool car with a really cool story. And the Hemi in it is going to be wild.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Because the straight 6 was cool, but really putting nitrous on it, the whole goal was to blow it up. And we never did blow it up using the nitrous. It just kind of blew up driving home. Like, I was like, that's so, what a disappointing way to go out. After all the stuff it did, it just broke on the interstate. But, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's cool. But wait, real quick. There's the nitrous.
Yep.
It is in there.
Hidden in the spare tire well.
Oh, that's awesome.
It seemed like the right place to put it.
It is the right place to put it. It's the only place to put it. Okay. Car is in the shop. I'm going to start doing some stuff I need to do. So I ordered my other passenger side harness here. And then I've got my oil filter and some oil that's in the car. You do an oil change out my harness on this side, and then give the car like a good once over. Nut and bolt check everything, check fluids. I got like a weird clunk that's happening up in the front end. I think it's coming from like my steering couplers. It goes in between the box and the steering column itself. So look into that, and then really not much else to it other than those things. Like I said, just checking everything, and then tomorrow morning hit the road and head up to Tennessee, stop at Dylan McCool's house, and then all of us are going to roll from there on up to Bowling Green for Holley Moparty. Pretty stoked. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to start chucking this stuff in and then getting ready to put it up on these little wheel ramps here and start changing fluids. All right, so I got my harness installed here, and I had to squeeze in my back seat because my headliner on Power Tour came down and was just like dangling down here and flapping in the breeze. So I got a bunch of these like little small zip ties, tech tip. If your headliner comes down and you've got access to little small zip ties, you can just zip tie your headliner back up, and it'll do the job for right now. It's not perfect, but it does the trick. Same with up here and over there. and a couple spots over here. So again, small little zip tie tech tip for you, and it works great. All right, pulled my car out of the shop. I did a couple little things to it. Now we're just gonna rearrange some stuff. Jacob just got the Elko fired up. For those who don't know, this is powered by an LS, and it's rowdy. Yeah, that's
all right for a church van motor.
Yeah, that sounds okay. A little straight 6, you know. Yes, 2 El Caminos.
I hope they know the story behind that, or I just sound like an idiot.
Okay, for those who don't know the story on that, first time I ever drove this car, like when I first bought it in 2014, I took it to a gas station, naturally, and this lady comes out, I'm at the pump or whatever, and she looks at the car and she's like, "Is that an El Camino?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, look, they look exactly alike. You can't even tell the difference.
It's the same
car.
Same car. But we're gonna have to test exhaust here, see which one sounds better.
I think the El Camino's gonna win.
Hey! Watch the sass.
I mean, the Hemi's good. It's got 2.5-inch hooker stainless, but I've got a 3-inch hooker stainless with a 500 horsepower LS. So it makes some good noises.
It do. This needs a cam.
It does.
Big time.
A cam would help it a lot. It would breathe a lot better.
A cam, maybe some cutouts, supercharger, you know, the essentials.
All the things.
All the things. Okay, let's hear a little rev up with this outside. Okay, not bad. Now let's hear mine.
They both sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Yours is so deceivingly like quiet and idle until you rev it up. Then it makes some good noises.
It's those Hooker Blackhawk mufflers, dude. They're basically straight through.
Yeah.
They're quiet and idle, and then because like all the exhaust just gets baffled, and then as soon as you get any sort of throttle, it's just like whoop, right out the middle.
Yeah, it gets pretty loud compared to the idle's so peaceful and calm, and then that's pretty rowdy. I don't know. Yours is a very different tone. Mine's very sharp. Like yours is like smooth and deep and like quiet. Like not quiet, but it's less harsh.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
More mellow.
Like on the highway, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Like it's not loud. It's not just like pounding your ears.
I can't say that. This one's pretty loud.
But like it needs to be more loud.
Yeah.
Like at idle, it's too quiet. You know.
All right. Well, let's back it into the shop, put it on the lift, and then go get some food in this fine machine right here. Right about there. That should work. Yeah, the Quonset hut is good for exhaust acoustics. Like, man, cars sound good in here.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go get some food.
Let's get some food.
Well, I guess we installed it all right, because that's how you test it, right?
Yeah.
You just romp on it immediately.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that feels good.
That sounded interesting.
Sounds good.
Hasn't blown up yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
So what's back here? Was this the was that where the fuel tank was, or
No, it's just storage. So basically, what's interesting about the El Camino is it has a Chevelle floor pan until about 3 feet back into the bed, and there's actually a cover with like a smuggler's box back there that you can open up. It's bolted down from the factory because they didn't want to make a whole new die just to build this car. So they literally, the whole front of this car is Chevelle.
Oh, gotcha.
And, so that's where your feet would go if you sat in the back seat with Chevelle.
Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Okay. Sometimes I miss the automatic stuff.
It's just
but
easy. You don't have
it
to
is.
think about it. You just cruise. And then I have a gear bender, so I had a switch down here on the floor, and I drop into overdrive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is it just like an extra headlight switch?
Yeah,
you
so
use?
that's my high beams, and then that's my gear bender on the
Nice.
right.
That's genius.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's actually something that they do when they send you a headlight switch.
Oh, really?
A headlight dimmer switch for your gear bender.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a smart way to do it. Noonan is known as the city of homes, and we have some ridiculous houses.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, like all of these houses are probably about 100 years old.
Wow.
And on the other side of Noonan, there's some that are like pre-Civil War.
You said that hospital is 100 years old or over it?
Yeah, around there, the main part of it. They added on to it over time. But if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, that's where Rick Grimes wakes up, is in that hospital. And there's that one door that says don't open, dead inside. Yeah, right there.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the roots on this tree.
Old magnolia tree.
That's crazy.
Looks slightly evil.
It looks like the tree missed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're gonna sprout roots now. Okay, move some cars around. Cars in the shop, obviously. Tim Davis is here, the owner of that kid. The owner. The creator, fine. The owner of that kid. But anyway, just doing some like touch-up stuff. Changed the oil, new filter and everything. I'm just kind of been giving the car like a good once over. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever seen the underneath of this car, but here it is. So all the QA1 stuff, all of the Willwood disc brakes, all the Holley stuff, right? So oil pan, QuickTime bell housing. We've got the Hooker Blackheart headers and full Hooker Blackheart 2.5-inch stainless steel exhaust. US Car Tools chassis stiffening kit, and that includes the front torque boxes, subframe connectors, and got the lift on it, but the rear torque boxes as well. And yeah, it stiffened the car up quite a bit, and it's really, really nice. Everything is pretty stiff on this car. It's super dirty just from power tour. I'll need to clean it, but yeah. Eventually at some point I'll do some disc brakes in the rear. I've been looking at some Bear disc brakes. You like yours?
Oh, yeah. They're super nice.
Yeah. So
They're too nice for my car.
so yeah, maybe I'll reconsider like doing some like Bear disc brakes back here, or continue with the Willwood. Yeah, transmission, like I said, Viper T56 6-speed manual. The transmission is cool. I do like it. I feel like this one is a little more used than the guy told me it was. So I think I might go with a T56 Magnum from Tremec, or American Powertrain rather. And then, well, it's a Tremec transmission, but American Powertrain's the ones that'll sell it to you. But yeah, and just to have a brand new transmission would be pretty freaking sweet. So yeah, everything under here is awesome. The QA1 suspension works really, really well. Willwood disc brakes make this car stop immediately. And all the Holley components really puts the Gen 3 Hemi stuff together and makes it basically like a big Lego kit. So very, very accessible, very user-friendly, and you can do this in your garage just like I did. Super cool. And you just basically you do all your LS stuff in your garage or in your shop too.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'm a little spoiled now. We're on a two-post.
Yeah, I didn't have a lift, but
you know, for a long time, we did a lot of stuff on the ground. We actually swapped the El Camino at LS Fest in the parking lot. So that was a 3-day swap with all Holley stuff. So that shows you how easy it is. You can do it in a parking lot.
yeah.
And, you know, we're a little spoiled now.
Yeah, 5 years ago, all this stuff would have been a huge headache, but nowadays these companies have made it so easy to do all
really
this
do.
to do all this swap component stuff. I mean, heck, I'm sure there's something out there to swap something into a Hornet. You
There
know?
are some parts, but not from Holley. They haven't touched the AMC platform yet. But maybe one day.
There's
Yeah,
still something to be said for being a good mechanic.
Here's your Gen 3 Hemi sitting over there.
yeah. There's a little 5.7 Gen 3 Hemi, and that's going to go in your green Hornet.
Yeah, the OG Green Hornet. And it'll be, I'm going to build it and stroke it and forge internals and all that. So starting with a $350 motor is the move. Rather than buying, you know, something that's already good and put together. So I'm going to tear it down and build it anyway. Won't matter.
Naturally aspirated, or
No. I haven't decided on twin turbos or a Pro Charger. It's going to be one of the two.
I almost kind of want to do like a Pro Charger thing just because a lot of people don't do it, and you'll save kind of weight and space.
Yeah, and I kind of want to do some stuff where I street drive it and race it, and if you want to switch between the two, you just take the belt off for the Pro Charger, and you're NA going down the street. It's fine.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And then you, sir.
Me?
He has no idea. He doesn't know.
Pick a project. I don't know.
One of the 27.
I'm working on a 57. That's kind of the one I'm going to be focusing on over the next couple months.
Oh yeah. The yellow one that's sitting on
Project,
the side.
Project Y. Yeah.
There'll be
Project
some
Y.
YouTube episodes on that thing going
Yeah.
and getting it.
Project WHY.
WHY. Yeah.
Okay, I like
But
that.
also, we're poking fun at Project X. 'Cause
Right.
It's EV swapped. We have an LS under the hood of ours, so
That's right.
we're still burning gasoline.
Gasoline forever.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all my crap is packed in the back. Camera, stuff. Jacob.
Oh, I'm not back. Stay here. I'm not going.
Oh, you want to go
I
though?
wish I was going, but I got stuff to do. Too many projects.
Yeah,
Too many things to get done.
way too many projects in here.
Yeah, it's a problem.
You got a lot of work to do, buddy. Plus, you got to get the green Hornet up and running.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But yep, this thing is good to go, ready for the road. Beautiful morning here in Georgia. So, first stop this morning is to go see Sean up at Schweatys Speed Shop. Wow, if I could talk.
That's a hard one to say.
Schweatys Speed Shop. Schweatys Speed Shop. Schweatys Speed Shop. Schweatys Speed Shop. It's a hard one to say.
When you say his name with it, it always messes you up. Because it's Sean at Schwettys. It's really hard.
Sean at Schwettys. Sean at shit.
Biggest tongue twister ever.
You need a different name. You either change Schwetty or change your name, Sean. But no, yeah, so good 2 hour, 20-minute drive up there this morning, and then from there, then I'll be heading over to Dillon's. But yeah, no, I'm ready to go. Car's ready to go. Everything is solid, ready to go. But Jacob, thank you for allowing the car to stay here and take up space in your lovely shop.
I will say I will be very glad to have that space back, because that's a big car.
It is 17 and a half feet worth of space.
So yeah, I'm going to be very thankful to be able to work a little easier.
All right, guys, let's hit the road. Got a lot of ground to cover today. And dudes, we will see you up at the next stop. All right, so I'm on Old Tunnel Hill Road in Georgia. I'm almost to Schweatys Speed Shop in Tennessee. I'm not sure where the county line is, but I feel like I'm pretty close. But I'm on this road called Old Tunnel Hill Road, and it is gorgeous in here, dude. Like, I had to stop, take a few pictures, and then I'm gonna get back on the way. But yeah, dude, check this out. How rad is this, dude? This is so cool. I freaking love it. I love it back here, man. This is my jam. This is where the car freaking belongs. Like, I love California, but you don't really get a whole lot of this where I'm from, unless you like drive to the redwoods and stuff like that. But man, look how cool that is. Coolest thing ever. Showing up to Sean's house. Oh, there's the Superbird. So damn cool. Look at that thing. Oh, I freaking love it. Look at this thing. Yes. What's up, dude? What's going on, man? Alrighty, well, I have made it to Tennessee. This is Sean, and this is his house here at Schweatys Speed Shop. And then this is your NASCAR themed Plymouth Superbird essentially, right?
Yeah.
Because it's on a, you said it's on a ARCA NASCAR chassis?
Yep, ARCA chassis, 2003-ish, and just kind of slammed it together to have fun with.
Yeah. Okay, look at, if you guys have never seen this car, this thing is the coolest freaking thing ever. Yeah, there's really nothing really about it that's Mopar aside from the body.
Yep, just the body.
Yeah. These vented windows are the coolest. Look at this thing. Hey, looks like my door.
Yeah, that's it.
No panels. Yeah. This is awesome. So, kind of something I've always wanted to do is do like a Daytona clone, kind of like this.
Yeah.
Just piece it together.
Yep.
But, you know, finding a freaking 69 Charger or a 70 Charger actually would be better to do it because of the nose the nose cone. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is so rad. I love this car. Always wanted to see it, and you were on Power Tour, but it had an axle break, right?
Yeah, we had so many problems. We were traveling with a group of people. I think between 3 cars, we broke down 13 times.
Jeez.
I need to find better friends, I think. Yep, had some axle problems on this in the rear, and then a front wheel bearing, which I didn't know was a NASCAR specific part. You can't just buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you? So I know that these NASCAR chassis are like shorter. So how did you get it to fit on this body?
All right. Well, I jumped on a Facebook page that everybody cuts these cars in half and adds a couple inches to it. I was talking to my race car buddy that races the ARCA series that helped me, Eric, and he said they made spacers for the truck arms. So I bought a new spacer for the truck arm for like $50. Cut a section of tubing right over the axle and added a 7-inch piece of square tubing. Cut my down bars that go in the trunk, slid everything back, and welded my down bars back up.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it again in a day if I needed to lengthen the chassis, so it's
Really?
way easier than cutting a whole car in half.
Yeah. And then you have an LS in there?
I have an LS. I would have put a Hemi in it, but when I was building it, 2019, they were kind of still expensive. Holley didn't have the plug-and-play stuff for it, so I was looking for a Hemi, but found a 6-liter for like $500, so I just had to go with it. Cheap.
Are you gonna Hemi swap it eventually or no?
I'll swap anything in it. It's held in by 4 bolts, so I don't really care.
Sure.
Runs and drives good, burns out real good, so I'd swap it if I found a good Hemi.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't get into Moparty.
Yeah,
I mean, to me that's kind of dumb. It shouldn't matter like really what the power plant is. Like obviously, yeah, you want to have like some sort of, you know, Mopar power plant. But I mean, at least if it's a Mopar car, like who cares?
I think it's a Mopar. I might get into Moparty next year. We'll see.
I think Kale is going to just say that he's got a Hemi in his car, just not say anything and just go. Yeah. Coolest thing ever. Big goals. Big goals. Yeah, definitely.
Expectations.
Low expectations.
Yeah. Do anything you want if you don't have huge expectations.
Just look at that thing. Dude, I thought my car was cool. No.
Your car is cool. Your car.
You think so, huh?
Yeah, I've loved your car since I saw it on the internet.
It is cool. But it's not this. But it is cool. It is very, very cool. Damn, that's badass.
That's pretty cool.
Man, there's really nothing to that. Just
No.
it's just sitting in there essentially.
Yeah, a couple pedestal mounts up front, and then 2 more in the back. So I could have it out in an hour or 2 probably.
Yeah. Jeez.
Pretty easy.
You know, my car's actually not that bad either. I just, you know, unplugged all the wiring and then just undo like the trans mount bolts.
Yep.
And then undo the 4K member bolts and the whole thing will drop right out.
Well, my buddy was running ARCA, so he gave me, you know, all kinds of takeoff ARCA parts. So their headers, all the mounts, everything came off his race car. So it was really easy to do an LS swap with it.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
easy access to everything.
Everything, yeah. You can
Fenders are all hollowed out.
Yeah, you can jump in there and do whatever you need.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And so we were just like off camera, we were just talking about like, so whenever you do like a Superbird, Superbirds were made with 70 Hornet front fenders, but because no one makes repop Hornet front fenders, it makes them like super hard to find and really expensive. So you just said you got like some Roadrunner fenders and just cut those up?
Roadrunner fenders, whacked them off a couple inches short and kind of tapered it up just a little bit. Same with a hood. I couldn't find one of those hoods. So
right.
I just kind of remade the leading edge of the hood to match the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
Do it cheap.
And so like we just measured my fenders, they are 60 inches and then you cut these at 57.
Yeah.
Right. And then you said you cut 4 inches out of the front fenders there?
Yeah, just to make the tires
right.
turn a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Like I said, I mean the Superbirds, they had like a super long nose, so like another 3 inches would have been just like,
yeah,
I don't know.
You couldn't fit it in your garage.
No.
Yeah.
It looks, yeah, it would. I think this looks really good. A little shorter, but it's still got the nose cone.
Yep.
And yeah, it looks really good. And then it's been lowered a little bit. And then same with the little fender scoops here.
Yeah, those are off an old Superbird, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what they originally came from, but these are just the repops from Winged Warriors.
Oh, are you talking about these are like these like hood scoops?
No, they were the side scoops on one of the Coronet cars. I think it was a Superbird, I thought.
These are way too big.
Yeah, maybe I'm remembering wrong. I read it in a book somewhere, but they came from something Mopar. I can't remember what though.
Gotcha. I think these are actual fender scoops. They're like repopped.
Fair enough.
Yeah, dude, I dig it, man.
Ah, cool.
Very cool. All right, so just left Sean's house, and now I'm heading through Tennessee to head to Dylan McCool shop. Man, I freaking love these back roads, man. Such a gorgeous drive. So cool. Okay, made it to Dylan's shop. Car drove good. It's actually quite nice in this weather as opposed to like 3 months ago. So he's under the car doing a bunch of stuff and junk, trying to get fluid not on himself but in his 58 Plymouth. Not working.
So far, it's all over me.
Well, yes.
I'm covered in gear oil.
This is a real nice shot, by the way. You can't see your head. It's just your torso.
Just me. Yeah, these are my clean clothes, believe it or not. I changed and put clean clothes on.
So he's got the fluids on the ground, which is necessary for keeping your ground lubricated. But under here, looks pretty good. This is one of 3 cars you're taking.
Yes.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Oh, the
this is
joys.
The last one that has to be put together requires the most work. Everything else is ready to go, except for this one.
Right. So we've got this 73 Cuda here with a 440 that he plans on not trying to blow up, but if it does, oh well. He's got his 58 Plymouth here, and then he's got some other cars over there, but I can't show you because of reasons. But anyway.
And the Challenger.
And the Challenger that's out there somewhere.
Oh, I think we're good. That's enough.
Is it full up there?
You know, it's enough to the point where I can say, hey, I won't blow it up if I actually move the car. So we'll just call that a day. That's not even the fill hole right there. I just can't reach the top one. So.
I think that as long as there's enough fluid in it,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as it's not dry, because it was before. I mean, just imagine you just hear like a shredder inside the transmission. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah, so when I first started my car up, I had like no fluid in the transmission, and I thought that there was. I mean, I didn't drive it anywhere. It was just in neutral, essentially. And the transmission was making all sorts of noise, and I was like, why is this so noisy? And then like I turned it off and pulled the fill plug out, or the drain plug, and there was no fluid in it. There was like a hair that came out. So I was like,
That's normal, right?
yeah, for sure. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna look my car over just one more time while I'm here, and see if I can't see anything. Oh, speaking of seeing stuff, I don't know what is at Jacob's house, but there was freaking ants like all over the inside of my car. Is that a Georgia thing? Why is that a Georgia thing? Why are there ants all over your guys' cars? That blows me away. If I even see like one ant in my house, I'm getting like a flamethrower out and all sorts of stuff. There's like a trail of them in here. I got brake cleaned and like sprayed it. Dylan's like, what are you doing? And I'm like spraying the inside of my car. Don't worry about it. But I think I got him. I think we're good. But anyway, so he's gonna finish doing this. I guess we're waiting for his wife to get off of work, and then we're gonna load some cars up and then head up to Bowling Green, Kentucky for the start of Holley Moparty 2022. Pretty stoked. All right, we'll see you guys on the road. Although I did want to check this thing out while I was here. Sweet.
I'm not one to use my cars. That's what stresses me out.
You're what?
I'm not one to use my car.
Not really either, but like sliding around on like dirt roads and stuff, that's that's different. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have made it to my hotel here in Bowling Green, Kentucky at the Sleep Inn. And I've seen there is a couple Mopars here so far. Oh, look at that nice freaking 70 Cuda there. That's awesome. Does that say Hemi on the back? Okay, I'll check that out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside and get checked into my room and then go park this turd and get ready for tomorrow, first day of Moparty. I'm absolutely stoked to be here, but I'm totally exhausted, very, very tired. Dylan and his whole family, they got off, as soon as we came into Kentucky, they got off and they went to their Airbnb, and I continue on for another half an hour or so. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the rest of my videos coming up for Holley Moparty 2022. First time going, first time bringing this thing, obviously. And dudes, I am stoked. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you feel I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And dudes, we will see you later. Also, I love when you go to your hotel room window and you can actually see your car. That's amazing. Also, by the way, that thing barely fits in the parking spot. It's a boat. All right, good night. See you later.